Now let's solve this interesting problem. We're given that 1 plus x squared plus x cubed plus all the different terms and plus x to the ninth power equals to 0. And we're asked to evaluate x to the 90th power. So how do we do that, right? How do we do that? Um, so let's look at x to the 90th power. So we can, the x to the 90th power can be written as x 10 times 9, right? So it's x to the 10th power, and then the whole thing is raised by to the 9th power. So if we can get the value of x to the 10th power, and then all we have to do is to raise it by to 9th power, and then we can get the solution. So how are we gonna get x to the 10th power, right? So now let's look at this equation. Right. The highest power is 9. Right, so how do we actually get to x to the 10th power? Right? We can multiply both sides with x, right? So in that case, what we are gonna get is x. So the first term multiplied with x is gonna be x, right? The second term multiplied with x is gonna be x squared. The next term is gonna be x cubed, and then the next term is gonna be x to the 4th power, and then plus all the intermediate terms, and then the last term is gonna be x to the 10th power. Right, and then on the right hand side, x multiplied with 0, then it's still going to be 0, right? So now we got the first equation and then the second equation. So all we have to do is to subtract both of them, right? Subtract both of them. We use 2 to subtract 1, right? On both sides. Right? 0 subtract 0, that's going to be 0. So we know that the right hand side is going to be 0. And all the intermediate terms are going to cancel out. X and x is going to cancel out. X squared and x squared are going to cancel out. X cubed, x fourth, x fourth. So it's going to be, so eventually x to the 9th power is going to be cancelled out. So x to the 10th power, right, subtract 1 is going to equal to 0. Right, so x to the 10th power is going to equal to 1. So now we know x to the 10th power is 1. So 1 raised to the 9th power, that's going to equal to what? It's 1 to the 9th power, that's still 1. Right? So 1 is the solution to this problem.